morning, everybody, and welcome to TED Talks. I am Ted Davies, and today I am an artist. Every day I'm an artist, but today especially I'm doing a live draw on TED Talks here, and we're going to go through a few things. What's going on in Ted's world right now with all my projects? So, welcome aboard, and thank you for tuning in. First off, let's talk about what's in the coffee cup today. We've got my new brand coffee, I guess it is, by Indian River Roasting Company, called Waking Dragon, and we're going to learn a little bit more about that in 1 second. Here at Ted Davies Artistry, we take coffee seriously, and so does our sponsor, Indian River Roasting Company. It's fair trade, organic, and they're artisans just like me. The only difference is I use watercolor and ink and they use coffee beans, and I enjoy it all through my day. So do yourself a favor, go to the description when you like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Find Indian River Roasting Company's website, use the promo code CAFFEINATED2021, and save 10% on your purchase. Yeah, check out everything on Indian River Roasting Company's website. They can be found in the description and on this channel. Waking Dragon is the exclusive Ted Davies Artistry blend. Goes very well with cigars. If you're a cigar smoker, we highly recommend that with the blending. It is just an awesome coffee. Check them out, and I think it's for sale now, if I'm not mistaken. So check it out. And let's see what else we've got here. I've got John Cashman with Cashman's Comics, who's been in Bay City, Michigan for 25 years. Proudly running his comic book shop. He is awesome, and he is a great sponsor of this channel. Let's check out what he does.
Every day I wake up feeling the same way now. Need to find something to believe. Every night the dreams we made, they're haunting my head now.
Yeah, check out everything John's doing. He's got some great deals going on right now. He's got a sale running till September 4th. Also, comic book free comic book day is coming up August 14th. That's a Saturday. Check out everything he's doing online, as well as if you need anything shipped nationwide, get with him, because it's awesome. You're going to save a lot of money, and he's just great about helping out the novice collector or a seasoned collector like myself. So check out everything, and he sells my work in his shop. So I'm proud to say that as well. We're also very proud of being part of the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. I still haven't put the other page up yet. We got an updated version of this, and I'm going to be posting that soon. I apologize for not having the new one up. But take a snapshot of this. Follow along with us 7 days a week. We're a group of creatives that help creatives build their businesses. And Tuesday starts out with TED Talks, whether it's an interview or whether it's my live drawing or finding out a little bit what's going on with my business as a publisher and as a creator, as an author, an artist, and a broadcaster. And you can check that out. And then through the day, we move to Clever Title Pending with Brian K. Morris, who is kind of the staple diet, if you want to call it that. He's the one that started the whole Rising Tide network here, and he is just awesome. Check out everything he's doing. And then we have, I think that pretty much completes the evening. So check that out, though. See what everything else is going on. Take a snapshot of this. Follow everybody on the YouTube channel. It would be very much appreciated. And speaking of which, you can like and share this and subscribe to this channel. That would be awesome. It would help me out a lot and further my sponsors' reach as well. Okay, what else we got today? So the Truth Mongers is going to be on tomorrow. We were talking about just what we're dealing with broadcasting all week on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network, which you can follow on Facebook, by the way. The Truth Mongers is a show that I co-broadcast, I guess, with Glenn B. Fleming. And tomorrow we're talking about giants in the ancient world and the different thoughts on the conspiracies behind them, why they were hidden as far as in modern day times, what a lot of the powers that be have done with a lot of the remains of these giants that were so prevalently found during the 1800s, their remains, their bones, and they're just gone. There's no record of them now, even though they were all over the place in newspapers. And yeah, so check that all out tomorrow. It's about ancient giants and the rule that they had over the earth. And that'll be tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. We're pretty excited about it. It's going to be a good project or a good broadcast. Also, next week, I'm actually taking a little bit of a hiatus. I've got a week off in the first week of August. I've got a couple things going on with family and everything else, and I'm trying to wrap up everything with Grimm and making sure it's in place. But mainly, it's because of family. I've got a few things that are going on right now. I won't get into right now with everything's okay, but I'm going to spend some time with my family. And everybody's been traveling up here to the lake, and it's kind of hard to do all of the broadcasting in that. And when you live in a small home, you balance your schedule with everything else, with everybody else's vacation times and all that too. So, and that's part of who I am. I think family is super important, and whether you're blood relatives or if you're lucky like me that kind of inherited a lot of my family too. Not necessarily blood, but just as much families as they can be. So hopefully that's part of it. And you can hear part of my family in there, Calypso, she's barking. So we're trying a new thing too, where she's staying out of the crate. Her office is what we call it. But we do have a bark collar on her. Nothing severe, just beeps when she barks. So, but we will check it out and we'll see if, she can handle this. If not, I'll bring her on camera and we'll have her draw too. Maybe we'll make some paw prints or something. Okay, I know I'm rambling here. Just bear with me for a couple minutes. I'm looking at my notes here. You can. Oh, come here. Come here. You want to say hi to everybody? Come here. Come here. So there's my sweet pea. You okay? Yeah. You bored? Are you okay? Are you going to be okay in the other room? Okay. There's just a few people watching us today, so it should be pretty quiet here, okay? Are you all right, though? You going to look out for the mail person, the mailman for me? I've got Eric Hawkins and a few other books that are coming in right now. We're trying to, Zombiful World of Oz is one of them. I think Russell Allen's book, I always pronounce it wrong. I'm sorry, Russell. Xeno Nano Titans, I think it is. That'll be here soon, which I did a print for. You guys can check that out on his. Hopefully you bought the campaign with the print, so hopefully that helps him out a little bit too. You want to go hang out now? Okay. You can come back here if you want to, okay? All right. So we're just going to kind of see how she does. We might have to bring her cushion in here and have her sit with Dad. So, but anyway, but yeah, if you guys can hear me okay, good. All right, everything looks like it's good. Okay, so what we're going to do today, I'm going to flip over to the drawing board. And I got a couple things, I want to do a few things today actually, but I'm working on a lot of things going on right now. I want to thank everybody first off. Anybody who I sent review on my book Retrieve, I want to thank you for doing your. I've had some just incredible reviews on the book, and I appreciate it so much. Right now, it's a time where I'm documenting a lot of different things for independent for the future, because I want you guys as independents to see my journey through having a comic book being scripted to option, and then the optioning process. And what we're doing right now is I'm learning a lot with the producer and everything else on how treatments work for different applications, whether it's a movie, with the distributors, the movie house, everything that you deal with. I'm learning all that, and I'm trying to document it now so we can write everything down so that I can kind of show you a way of how it works and why it takes so long to get things to the point where it's viable. I mean, even if the movie never gets made, if it gets optioned, you've won. You've won. you have to look at it from a lot of different perspectives, and that's what I'm trying to do now. I'm the marketing side of it, and just learning to be patient is not something that I am that I'm very I'm not very good at that, right? And I don't think many of us are, but I think that there's a way that if I can show you my journey with it and the people that have helped me get there, whether it be you guys or whether it be the Craig, the producer, or the other affiliates that are going to be on board when we're producing this script or this option for movie. Yeah, I wanted to show you the details in it, and then hopefully, if you're fortunate enough to get your story out there, which you can, I want you to, there's there's always room for more. There's never think that there's lack, because I'm telling you, your stories are important. And you're I want you to know that I've got you. I've got you as far as I believe in what you're doing. So just keep at it and keep working at it. But if I can show you what I'm trying to do, and it can be done. But you have to be open minded. You've got to be affiliated with the right people, and you have to be able to close this and open this so that you can hear and listen to what's going on around you. And don't write yourself off. Quiet that sound in your head, because I think that we tell ourselves sometimes it's not good and you're not good. You're not good enough. It's never going to work. You can't keep doing that. You have to stop that right away. And if I can help you get there during this journey of what's happening with me, to the point where you're feeling more comfortable and more confident in your work, and so that you can send it out to pitch these, some of these executives on some. There's a certain channel that you have to go through in order to do it. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to document everything on my journey, and I'm going to show you guys how it worked for me and how it's working for me. So hopefully that helps you. But today, and good morning. I want to say good morning, everybody. Pete, Amy, Donna, Carl, thank you guys for stopping in. I'm still not seeing anything for Facebook. Oh yeah, there we are for Facebook. Amy. Okay, that's good. I got you from Facebook. That's good. And I did send, Pete, you're right. I did send Carl and Donna some coffee a couple days ago. So they got it. And I think he's got Mullet Lake, it sounds like a funny name, but what's nice about Indian River Roasting Company, Pete's actually, Pete, don't be shy here. Pete Ryan is actually the roaster, the head roaster and the CEO of the company, Indian River Roasting Company. So we have him in the show today as far as the audience. But Mullet Lake is actually each of his coffees are named after different lake regions in Michigan. So it's kind of a neat thing. So there's Mullet Lake, High Banks, all these different lakes and areas that are in Michigan. That's why when he offered me a spot with Ted Davies Artistry have its own blend, I'm like, well, we got to do something completely different than Michigan. I wanted something that was a little bit more Welsh, because my dad, in honor of my father and our heritage, Waking Dragon just made a lot of sense. And the baby Welsh dragon that I have on that logo was actually a picture I drew a couple years ago, but then I also did one for Pete's son for his bedroom. So it's kind of cool. Anyway, it's kind of too much information, but it's that's what you see when you get the logo work from me. And I consider Pete an artist in coffee, and it's not an easy thing. I think it's harder sometimes than controlling watercolor. But okay, so anyway, welcome everybody. Let's get started on some of this drawing. So we're gonna have some fun. Yesterday was kind of a mishap in Brian's show. So I think what we're going to do is, everybody was posting memes yesterday. I think I'm going to do a cartoon of the Fez Man himself with a wasp. And I think that's going to set him off, but that should be fun. So let's split this up, and hopefully we'll get to it here. Hold on one second. I'm going to check back on these comments in a few minutes, guys. If there's anything you guys have questions on, let me know. So I'll be right back. You guys can hear me okay, I'm sure. I've been working on a few things with Archimedes. I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag right now, but we've got Archimedes is one of the main characters in Retrieve, my book. And one of my comic books. And we're working on a few stylized things for him that are going to actually be making headway here very quickly. So this is a really important thing that we're doing right now. But I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag, so to speak. So okay. I've also got some watercolor paper there. I'm going to be doing some other stuff today, but I want to, let's see what our time allows right now, and then we'll kind of see where we're at. So, okay, let me get this microphone over here, get my coffee ready. I'm going to be sitting down today. I've worked on the greenhouse this weekend. Man, I am whooped. I'm still whooped. I worked on putting up a bunch of siding on Sunday, and it was 90 degrees out, and it was humid, and the lake wasn't very nice. It was very humid, and the wind wasn't happening. So, yeah. So I'm just going to do a quick sketch of Brian here. Is that kind of washed out, guys? Do you need me to use a darker pencil on that? I'm going to do some ink here in a minute, but if you guys can't see it, I'll try to darken the lines. Got to give him his lamb chops. Okay, where's the eraser? Flipso, did you grab that eraser? I hope not. I'll find it here. Now we got another one over here. We'll use this. Okay. Let me do this. Hold on one second while we're talking about that. I use an ebony pen or pencil. So we'll make it a little bit darker. He's kind of got bushy eyebrows, so I don't want to make him look like Geppetto, but it's the last thing I want to do. One of the things that drives Christine crazy, but I'm going to do it anyway. So I love this coffee so much. Drives her nuts. So if we're ever at a restaurant and I do that and you see the death look on her, I'll duck. But that's the beauty of being married. You drive each other crazy. Okay. Good morning, Grant. How you doing? You guys can't hear me, right? For a minute, I thought so. Yeah, just me being quiet for a change. I just thought we'd do a quick sketch of Brian to warm up here. Let me shorten this up a bit. I imagine that Ted goes, draw something is uttered many. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Christine's like, just go do something. Get out of my way. Um, we, yeah, I think that you learn that too when as you get older, you just kind of stay out of each other's way once it starts, you know, once there's, magic in the air, maybe. I don't know if that's the right word or not, or the sentence or not, but when you get to the point where you guys are been married for almost well, over 2 decades now, um, and then if you ticked her off, you just you better just head for the hills because it's because you're tempting fate. So okay. What's going on, Glenn? I don't know if that looks like Tinkerbell with the stinger on it or whatever, but it works. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to keep the rate on his hat or not. I think I'm going to take that off. I just thought since that, didn't they say that Brian kind of looks like, oh God, what was his name from um, Peter Pan? I think it'd be very apropos to have Tinkerbell as the Hornet. How you doing, Lewis? What's going on, man? You guys need to check out what Lewis is doing, man. He's got a great show. Really terrific artist. He's I really like. I think that he deserves a hell of a lot more followers than he has. He's a good guy. Has reviewed my book and a couple of my books actually. He's been just great, and you know, he's a good guy. I've been on his show quite a few times, and you guys should check out what he's doing because he's awesome. Okay. You know, I got to get some more markers because the stuff I've got, most of the stuff I've got is all watercolor, which is all right, but I got to let Chris know I got to go get some more markers. So let's see what we got here. Let's use some colored pencil on this. Yeah, that's cool. I like working in different mediums anyway because it's a lot more fun. I think that you have a little bit more. I mean, you can have a little bit more fun, but and you guys know my style anyway. It's kind of abrupt. I think Grant probably put it the best. It's a rough but a precise. And I thank you for that. That was amazing, that comparison. I don't deserve that, but thank you very much, Grant, for stating what you did on the review. I'm very humbled at that. In fact, all of the reviews I got, but Grant especially, from that comparison. Thank you. It was very kind of you. I forget now. He usually has that blue shirt on, doesn't he? I think. Anyone? Mr. Yeah, Amy, thank you. Thank you. I think he's got a blue shirt on usually, doesn't he? So we'll just leave it at that. You guys can feel free to take a screenshot of this if you want, and we'll put it on the meme for Brian. Let me get out of the way first, and then you guys can take a screenshot of it. I'll sign it first, though, Carl. Hold on. Can you get a good shot of that, Brian? Carl, if not, I'll send a picture to you. You guys can post it all over if you want. Yeah, we can talk, Grant. Let me know if I can help you anyway. Let me know. That's a lot. Well, you know what? You know, it's I think that we always need to, as artists, we need to make our subjects look the best that they can be, right? So, okay, so that's pretty much it. I don't, you got it? Okay, so go ahead and do your magic, Carl. You guys can share that out. So, and if you guys want a copy of that, let me know. If you want the original, let me know. So that might be fun for whoever wants it, but there you go. I'm going to give props out to Plasma Fire Graphics too, by the way. Got these really cool stickers, as well as a few other things from Jeffrey Hayes. And Jeff's awesome. Check out everything he's doing. He's just a great guy. I really like, let me move that down there so you can see a little bit better. Okay. So what I want to do is I'm actually going to work on, I got a few things going on with, like we talked about last week, with Charles and that I'm going to be doing. I've got a couple different highlights that I did. We're going to change up a few of the things. We were going to do a kind of a, I'm still going to do if I'm not mistaken, a Hawklands picture, but I'm also going to do another picture that we were working on, and I'm going to show you the preliminaries on that. So apparently the character Lyman, Oz Lyman, has a car, and we're going to be working with I think this is going to be more of the presentation what we're going to try to work with. He's got an old hot rod. He's a mechanic in the storyline. I don't want to give all of it away, but I think we're going to have a little bit of an airplane behind him. I don't know if it's going to have gunshots or what, but I think that there's certain parameters that Charles wanted to have on this. So I'm still working on it right now. But I think that this is probably what I'm going to be working with in the next few weeks, as far as the poster or the trading card that we're working on. There's going to be a lot of different things. These are just quick sketches that I'm doing before I do layout. I always try to get it down to an 8x11, and then I'll. But we'll see what that happens. But I think that the thing about what Charles wants, I was really flattered that they wanted me to do the trading cards and that, but with it, I think that this is going to be a really cool looking piece once it's all done. And obviously this is just a quick sketch, and it's very, very rough, but it was approved. So I think that we're going to be doing that. This is going to be more of a biplane. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to have this. I might have a little bit more of a swoop, but that's how I work. I get the ideas down, and then I'll work from that point. Some guys will end up putting this on a light table and then copying it in there or whatever, or even digitally they'll copy it, and that's fine. I have no problem with copying that kind of thing. It's your work anyway. Sometimes tracing has to be done. In architecture, we had to do that a few times over the years, but I try not to trace. I try to copy the line as best I can. But yeah, so what we're going to do is I'm going to work on this, not today, but this is just an idea, just so you guys get an update of what we're going to try to do. So what we did last week was we talked about the placements of different characters and jetpacks and that kind of stuff. We were just working on just some ideas. The Captain Hawkland character is going to be the one that's in the jetpack, if I'm not mistaken. I'm going to look into that again. I'm still a little fuzzy on the whole email yet, but I know that Oz Lyman's going to be a hot rod setup. It's going to be a really cool trading card when it's done. I don't know if he's going to do it in foil or not, but it's going to be a really cool looking. And it's going to be, I am going to do it in watercolor, and I think it's going to be really sharp when it's done. I know it's going to be sharp when it's done. But in any way, I want to make sure that I am going to be working on the Retrieve 3 cover. And I came up with the idea because of certain things that have happened in the last, say, 48 hours of what's going on with the book and who I was speaking with. And I had a couple other things that it was all good. But I'm going to end up, what I usually do is, this is how I'll do this is a 12 by 18 piece of watercolor paper. And I don't know if it's 80 pound. I have to look at it again. I don't have it in front of me, but these are not really expensive in comparison to things. I've got some paper that's $200 a sheet, which I don't use unless I'm being obviously paid for, or if it's a special gift or that type of thing. But this type of paper, I use it because that way I've got some room for error. It's not too expensive. So, but I like doing the 12 by 18s because in that way I reduce them to 11 by 17. So I'll build in a border 11 by 17 around it, and then I scan it. I've got my Epson scanner printer. I've had a little bit of problem. If anybody has any help on that, I'm having some problems with the multicolors not printing, and I've cleaned it out. I've used the jet cleaners on it and everything. It's still not working. So if you guys, Eric Hawkins, whoever else is on this call, if you guys, I'm going to call the 800 number and get everything straightened out, but I just wanted to know if maybe you guys had the same issue where the jets were clogged and that. But in any case, the high def scanner that Epson provides, it's awesome. So I'm going to end up, that's how I do my work. I usually work on when it's reduced 11 by 17. Then I'll scan it down, and then I'll put it into my Manga 5 or ClipArt Studio, and then I'll work from there and then alter it accordingly. But so let me see what I've got here. So yeah, like I said, 12. I usually come in, I'll come in about ½ inch on all sides, and then I just kind of work from that angle. Nothing too harebrained. I think that this comes from my architecture days. It's just I don't know. I just think it's an easier way for me to do it. So, but do what makes you happy, and if you've got something that works for you, do it, because it's this is just my process. There's a lot to be said for getting a rhythm down to your process too, because I think that you're once you get comfortable, great things happen. Thanks, Cameron. Let's see. Yeah, let me tell you about this. So my dad was a designer, right? And he was an artist first and foremost. And I've talked about it before. He worked for Soupy Sales years ago. If you guys don't know who Soupy Sales is or was, he was a pretty hilarious comic back in the 60s in Detroit. And before my dad worked at Ford, he worked with Soupy. He worked with Soupy Sales. And I don't know why I do it. I think, I've got an armature and all these other drafting tools here that I could probably make a straighter line, but this is just to get an idea for setbacks. And this ruler, it's like a yardstick almost. This ruler he had at Ford for like 30 years. And one of the things about my dad, he would put stuff on he would put tape on it because people would use these things. They would grab them off his desk. And if you guys can read that, please do not use as a straight edge or cutting. And be damned if I don't use it for a straight edge. I cut so much with this, it's not even funny. Yeah, I do it all the time. So that's, my dad's no longer with us here, but I'm sure he would be slightly annoyed, but loved them dearly. Still love them, but it's just it's my ruler now, I guess, but isn't that terrible? But here's one of the, since I've got it here, this is actually, Paul bought this from on the Kickstarter campaign. That was for the Grim 101. That's going to be sent out here soon. I was using it. I'm actually putting it in the book here. So I just got done scanning that out, and that's going to be going out to Paul. And yeah, thanks again, Paul, for investing in that. Let's see. I'm just reading the comments, guys. Yeah. Glenn, I'll tell you what, I've got this. I don't know if you guys, I'm not going to break down the whole thing, but I'll do this. Let me do this. So back here, this whole assembly, this whole armature, I've got all the Vemco, the whole deal back here. I've had it for years. I love it. But since I've got all the apparatus and everything up here, I'm not going to be doing that because it's just, it's in the way. So, but just deal with it, Glenn. Sorry. Yeah. So anyway, so I end up, that's the way I'll start out everything. And then I divide it out. I'll end up doing in thirds. Usually let me move this down a bit. So I'll have the label up here, retrieve, the basic setup. I know that you guys know, if you guys are into comic layout, it's pretty cut and dry. Retrieve will be up here. And then my signature or my title down here, Ted Davies or whatever. And then the main of the frame here. What we're going to do on full disclosure, what I'm going to do on book 3 is I'm going to be doing Archimedes, which I showed you earlier. Let me get this one back over here, if I can find it here. Archimedes. And I'm going to be doing him in the Da Vinci human perspective, the circular, the globe, the human definition of perfection for the circular movement of man, and that's what we're going to use. I'm going to do that with Archimedes, and yeah. So I was talking to a creator a couple days ago and had a great idea from that. So it worked out really, really well. So that's what we're going to be working on. I don't know if we'll finish it. I don't even know if we're going to be laying out the full thing today. We're already 45 minutes in, but I might do a few things. So we will see. So let me divide this up in half, and then I will find out. You use all these I've got all these different plastic templates, and you name it. I'm going to go get a plate, and I'm going to probably use a plate as the circle for the center of that. And that's what you need to do. Use what you have around you. Don't feel like oh God, I can't draw that because I don't have the right tools. Well, whatever. Do something, make it work. Use a Frisbee if you're drawing a circle, whatever. Okay. And I'll be right back. I'm going to grab some coffee, grab a dinner plate, and I will be right back. Don't talk about me. That's funny, Donna. Actually, you know what I found? I found the top of the ice bucket. Bam, that'll work. So that's a prop from Drinking with the Davies. How about that? That should work. But like I said, don't, use what you got around you. I mean, I've got more than enough drafting tools in that, but use what you got, because there might be something that's you can achieve. You can achieve your goals if you're creative enough. All right, so let's see what we have here. We've got 11 by 17, so I'm going to come down I'm going to probably end up doing this about maybe 4.5. Nah, it's too far. I won't do that. Let's do it to 4. And then that way I've just got it to that point. I don't know what you guys do, if you've got it set up on your computers already, but this will just be kind of the norm. I'll just kind of use that as the guide, and then we'll see where we're at with it. There might be another way you do it, and that's fine. Just figure out if you want to make a comment, a good comment, not a smart one. Hey, get Calypso, get here on camera. Well, she's laying, she's over in one of the chairs. She's laying down. She was nipping at me a little bit when I went by to say hello to her, so she's not very happy with me, but she's happier than she would be if she was in her crate, so she can deal with it. But I appreciate you guys sticking around. And it's kind of awkward, I get the microphone and everything in the way, and so I might be off a little bit on some of these, and I'll straighten it up in a little bit if it's off, but that's fine. Just to get an idea for scale and that, so I can get a feel for what I'm trying to accomplish here. Okay, let's see where we're at here. I don't know. We'll kind of see how that goes. That looks about center, I think, give or take. I'll mark it, but yeah, you did. We all did stick around, didn't we? I'm going to move that over a bit. Give me a second here. All right, I just need a guideline. It doesn't have to be perfect, but have you guys ever used? I remember back in the day. Hold on. Do you remember that damn thing? I've never really used this, but I'm sure I could use it as a compass, but we'll see. But this is, I don't know. I mean, it seems to work. People have used it over the years, but I don't know. I've never really used it. I think it could probably work. I could probably just put that in the center and then just turn it accordingly. That could work too. I don't know. Maybe we'll try that later, but I want to get a feel for at least the sketch of what I'm trying to do here. So what we're going to do is I'm going to have Archimedes in the center here, and I'm going to reference him back to Da Vinci's lines in that, but we'll do the I'm going to do this a little bit lighter. I don't know if you can't see it, you can't see it, but yeah, you guys tell us how you work too. If there's something that you guys don't work on paper, or if you work digitally, throw it in the comments, because I'd love to hear your input on what you do. I know that I watched Lewis do a ton of live drawing, so Lewis he's got it down. He really does a good job, and it's hard because we're trying to do live drawings, and then it's hard to shoot certain ways because you don't have the proper equipment or whatever. But I mean, this seems to be working out pretty good. I like the way the setup is here. Real simple way I did it. It's with the tripod right up here, and it seems to be working pretty well. I know it's a little bit light to see what I'm doing here, but I don't want to darken this one too much because the watercolor is going to be pretty paramount on it. I want this to be kind of like a patina, like a papyrus, and I'm going to add that to it. I'm going to add a lot of light tones, tan tones, to make it look like it's an old piece of paper, essentially, just like Da Vinci would sketch on, and we'll go from there. And I know I'm not the first person to do this, but I just think it's going to be such a great idea. Very pivotal, I think, as far as the story too. I didn't think about doing it. I was almost because I wanted to wait on book 3, but I think that we're at a point now where I want to do the rest of the books because we're almost finished with the script. So for the movie, so I'm just I'd like to kind of keep those a little bit different, but they enhance each other. I don't think that you need to have a movie or a script for a movie to be exactly like the comic book or vice versa. I think that an adaptation is important because it's just another life of that story. If you keep the main idea, well, yeah, Cameron, that did have its own it did have this thing did have its own commercial. I think that's where we got it. To be honest with you, I think my parents bought it for me in college. I think, but or late '90s, or late '80s, early '90s, and then Lewis. Well, I cheat according to some because I often do blue line prelims and they do finishes a lot of the time. But many of those critics got shut up. Well, you did, and I've seen some real you do some really good stuff. I mean, you really do. It's not an easy thing to do, and your inking's great. I like the way that and you show people how to there's really full disclosure because you show people how you do all of your work, and and as far as I'm concerned, that's that proof's in the pudding. So if you can draw it and you can do it online or live, and people can watch you do it, and there's no argument, you got the chops. It's a very important thing. So, no, I don't do any watch repair. I think I change a battery, and if I need to get it serviced, I get them serviced. Good question though. Wrong show, but good question. I had the best type of watch is one that you don't have to fix. I mean, it's one thing I'm such a big fan of quartz. Quartz, battery powered or solar powered for that matter. This one here, I'm going to jump a little bit. This Casio, it's quartz, but it's so accurate. It's accurate within like 10 seconds in a month. I mean, it's crazy. So, but yeah, but my thing about watches is you don't have to have an expensive one, and you know what? Get something that works for you, that is with your lifestyle. Do you need something like a G-Shock to where it's 200 meters water resistance and just enjoy it, so you don't have to worry about it? You can jump in the water, have a good time, whatever. That's my lifestyle. It's not everybody's. So, but and that's part of the station. I get a lot of flack from YouTube because I don't have just a niche. I don't like having I really don't like having just a niche show. I think that you need to have variety. And if that means that they don't promote it because they don't know where to put me, that's the way it happens. But at least I'm being true to myself on my show. I think it's important. I mean, I'm happy with the viewership I have, and I'm happy with the sponsors I have. So, but yeah, so. Yeah, but you can see what I'm trying to do here, though. I don't know if the arm goes up. I have to kind of look at it again. How Da Vinci did it. I'll do the once I'm not using my phone as the second camera and I'm not using my laptop to produce anything. I think I'm gonna or broadcast. I'll be able to check out what Da Vinci did, and I can actually style it in the way that he did. I think that there's not really anyone that can really duplicate it. All you got to do is throw it on a copy or print it out, but I don't want to do that. I'll make it my own, but I think it's important that people see that you're trying to do something different. But yeah, I think that this is going to work out for Retrieve 3. I think it's going to be a dynamite cover. I don't know. I've got a couple things I want to do down here as well. I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag, but I think that's going to be really cool. I'm looking forward to that, getting this done. We should. I don't know if I'm going to have Retrieve 3 out for the next few months though, because I've got too much going on right now with Grim 101 fulfillment, and then we're going to we're getting things worked out with California right now for scripting for options. So we're going to be going out there in September. So I've got a lot going on with that, plus the broadcasting, everything else. And I want to make sure that Retrieve 3 gets handled the way it should. There's going to be 5 books in that series in Retrieve as well, just so you guys know. Oh yeah, I got you. I got you, Lewis. I know. Yeah, I don't want to do a watch store. I enjoy watches, and I would love to have a just more collection of it, and just show people, hey, this is what you can do for a couple bucks. To do, you can even change a battery. I can show that. I'm going to do a few other shows like that. I don't know where we're going to go in the further months with that with timepieces, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I think TED Talks is going to be kind of a staple, which it is, but I think that time will tell. Pardon the pun. So we will see what that's about. But so yeah, so once I'm not going to ink this right now on camera, but it'll give you an idea. I'm going to end up taking this kind of layout ish. It'll be in full color when I'm done, but it'll give you at least an idea that the proportions, the divine proportions that Da Vinci put on this on his original with the movement of man is going to be. I think it's going to be awesome. I think it's going to be awesome when it's done. So I know that you guys, it's been an hour, and I think we're about there. But I wanted to make sure you guys knew what I'm working on. So you'll see a few more things. I've got a couple other covers that are going to be coming out too for other events, other Kickstarters, for other producers, other artists, and that they wanted. I've been good, or it's been good enough that they've asked me to do a couple more variant covers. So I'll be doing that as well, and I'll keep that, keep you guys in. Keep you guys up to date on all that so you can see what I'm doing. And like I said, the thing about me doing live draw is I'm just trying to get you guys to understand that I'm not, I'm working constantly. It's not just broadcasting. I've got a lot going on. Plus we're raising a puppy. So I'm trying to get everything that we can done in the amount of time that was stated. Everything will be fulfilled for Grimm. Don't worry about that. But I've just got a lot going on. So plus the vacation time and all that other stuff. But yeah, it's just been great. I appreciate you guys stopping in. I hope that you see some progress in what I'm doing here, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And if you guys are wanting wanting a meme, there you go again. You can check that out a little bit. If I can push that here, hold on 1 second. Let me put that back up here. Oops, 1 more second. There we go. But yeah, so Brian, it's too bad Brian wasn't on. I think he'd get a kick out of that. But yeah, a lot going on next month. Like I said, next week I'm not going to be on air at all. I'm going to be working strictly in studio. Plus, I've got vacation time with family, and I'll be doing working with the printer and that for Grimm. So we're trying to get Grimm 101 off to the printers and get the proofs back. I've got all that worked out, but I just have to get everything set over there. And that's going to be next week. I'm really going to hit that hard and try to get the proofs back within a week so that we can get everything. I know we'll have everything fulfilled by the end of August. So, and I appreciate your guys' patience on that. But I'm doing what I stated. It will be fulfilled in August. So, and then from that point, we're going to be, I think I've got 3 interviews next month for TED Talks. So I've got a couple. I've got 3 different brand new artists and writers too that they're very competent people, and I really wanted them on because it's a short month kind of for me for production for broadcasting. So I wanted to have a couple new people that I didn't have, that I'm not affiliated with normally, because I think it's important that we, not fresh blood, but I think that we need to have that. I think that I would rather do a live drawing here and show you what I'm up to and then have bring in interviews that are actually fresh. I don't want to have, all due respect to my Ted's Tribe and everything else and Rising Tide, I want to bring in people that are new so that we all get more exposure to what they're doing and what we're doing, get more eyes on what we're doing. So it's kind of a symbiotic relationship. I want you guys to see who else is out there besides the group that we're affiliated with, which is so important. Don't get me wrong, but I just want to make sure that that's stated. But next month, yeah, I said I've got quite a few people. I don't have my calendar. Actually, I got it right here. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we have for next month. If I can board you guys for a couple more minutes. So yeah, so I've got August 10th. So next week we're not going to be here. We're going to be not doing anything. Even the Truth Mongers, Glenn, we're not going to be doing a show next week. Sorry. But we'll talk about that later today. I know we're doing a live one tomorrow. It's going to be awesome. The Giants. It's going to be great. So, yeah, TED Talks on August 10th is going to have Damien Waldenbrun. And he's really a cool creator. He's got some really cool things happening. And he's got some just great he's got some manufacturing stuff that's just a killer, and I really want you guys to see what he's all about. 17th, the following Tuesday, is Chad Nuss, and Chad Nuss is part of the Dastardly Dingoes, and he is a fantastic artist. He is just he's launching his Kickstarter August 1st, and he is for Silence 2. It's called. I have Silence 1, and it is awesome book. And I recommend you guys checking out. I would go to Kickstarter and see what he's got going. It's called Silence 2, the number 2, and it's you can go for pre-launch, get notified and all that. Follow what he's doing, because he's really a good artist, and he's full-time now. He left his job and he's doing this full-time. So really have a lot of respect for Chad. The 24th and the 31st, I've got, I'm going to leave those as surprises, because I think you guys are going to really dig that. I'm going to leave that alone. But yeah, we got a lot going on next month. Then September is going to be broken up a bit. We got a few things going on there too, because I'll be traveling for a couple weeks to California. So I've got a lot of business out there. So, but it's going to be good, and I'm glad you guys can be part of the journey, because it's without the fans, without you guys being around, it's not, nobody's going to read my stuff, and I appreciate you so much. Let's take July and run with it, and start out a great new August. And hopefully everybody's healthy and being safe still. I know it's kind of crazy out there still, but there's so much to do right now. So, and I think that you guys are we're doing some really creative stuff, and I'm really proud to be doing everything that I've been doing, and I'm happy that the people that check in with me do, and I'm glad you guys are here. So, thank you. I'm going to leave you with the intro to Truth Mongers, just so that you can see what we're doing. And we'll see you tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. So thanks again, guys.